team. At what point in my aging do I gain the distrust of the FBI? I feel like everybody has that at some point. They hit the air, they're like, you know, fuck the FBI. I don't want to be like that now. I don't like FBI guy. I don't trust him. All of his dynamo skin. My cousin is an agent. See, so you had a personal FBI stalker for forever. See, that's good reason to distrust him. I miss George Carlin. I used to watch his skits all the time. I feel like that's a good skit. He's probably said something about the FBI being like a old hippie dude. Oh, I just boosted off of that. I'm so sick. Oh shit! Wait! I'm on the wrong build. You know what? Actually, we're gonna try this build. Fuck it.
This was one of the first things my mentor taught me.
It's not too different from my good builds. It's just not optimal in really any way.
Might want to buy something.
Shit. No, I didn't want this. So, traditional Graves players tend to max the wall, I'm pretty sure. Because deadheads suck and they do that and they die.
You got expensive taste. I love it.
I'm basically doing like a full-on split push build. The Torb cosplay? Maybe I will. Unfortunately, I shaved. But I've never grown like a long beard anyway. I do have a camera, I just don't use it. Yeah, maybe I'll do a Torb cosplay. It's been a while. I'll go out and buy some stuff or something. Be like the shittiest Torb cosplay ever. But thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you tomorrow. MJ, I can't say thank you because it's not my birthday. I work on East Coast time. There's still a total of 13-ish minutes left. Therefore, I'm still young and intelligent. Actually, well, technically speaking, right? So a birthday is kind of arbitrary. Because we are not born the specific moment the day turns. So I guess in theory, it's more so after the day has ended, you have fully become that age. I could still be a 29-year-old in essence for as long as if I find my birth. I think the birth certificate tells you the time you were born. I'd have to check. It really depends how hard you want to cope. But honestly, that might be a fun cope, you know. Figure out what time I was born, and be like, okay, this is really my birthday. Well, actually, I guess that's kind of counterintuitive. I guess I'm being kind of stupid here. His birthday is day and not, you know, time. It is day, and you can't quantify a day by time. So I need to max my W. This is a attempt at building like a split pusher build. I would like split shot in here, I think, and ricochet, but it's still a work in progress as a concept. What the hell? What are these cats doing? They're loud as hell.
Bought that off a Knickerbocker that was about to get his legs broken.
So I think he can handle that by himself. And then if I stay down here,
I see Billy.
I can get the souls. Yeah. My goal this game is going to be getting as much what are they called? Buffs, I guess, as possible.
Friends would love this. They couldn't have gotten far.
We want a lot of cooldown reduction.
Animating defensive.
See paradox.
So I think one problem is when I kill stuff with the skulls, I don't quite get the same perks I do. Because when the zombies kill stuff, they actually take the souls.
You have been favored by
It's a little different. My cat's crying. I don't know why he's so hungry all the time. I guess I did only give him one can tonight, because I expected him to eat some other dry food. But he's being melodramatic.
Stay away from me.
He got fed 2 cans this morning. He doesn't need it. They're all getting like really fat, which is not good for them. They need to not be fat. Good. What do I do here?
I am the Reaper's handmaiden. Do your thing, boys.
Hopefully this makes it a little awkward because they might have to jump. I need to stop holding left click when I can't see them wasting ammo. Bro? Alright, he's just gonna push.
I'll be right back.
You should never cross the dead.
I think a single dude can... Oh, shit. So, yeah. When I do that, I have to melee them or hit them, or else the zombie won't target them.
our green
Totally forgot.
been defeated.
I wasted my optimization. Oh no. Beep boop. Hi, Missy. Uh-oh, one of them found a cat toy. I hear you. Oh shit. Oh shit, he found a toy. The little man found a toy.
Paradox is missing.
Krill's missing.
Mm.
I see the enemy.
Stay away from me. Anyone who gets close.
Damn, that sucks. That's okay, guys. Hi, miss. Please don't eat my monitor. What are you doing?
Pop by the curiosity
What are you doing, pretty? Hey, get off of my monitor. No. Get down. Stop going on my monitor. You're gonna break it. It's like trying to climb over the monitor.
Dramatic, stylish, I love it.
It's cute at first until they break the monitor, and then I go, I get angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Hulking out, raging.
What do you have?
Godzilla.
Yellow, there's 3 yellow, 3 yellow.
Headed to York.
Going to
There's
New
the mole
York.
man.
I love my route though.
I will strike them down.
Need help on Greenwich.
Thanks for the help.
Shit, I tried to catch him.
I see Rain.
That's okay, because we got, tons of zombies.
If they get close,
Ooh, actually, this is kind of bad. Oh, he was supposed to melee me. But we're gonna lose that one too. The
Need
Guardian's
help
really
on
weak.
Greenwich.
I should have stayed mid.
Our yellow guardian has been destroyed.
Need help on Greenwich. Headed to yellow.
Going to shop?
Okay, so I gotta do this. I don't make him target it. Hello, Asm.
Go yourself, Abrams.
What are you doing, Asm?
Let's push York.
we should never cross the dead.
I really want to go in the middle room so I can get all the little urn things. But I need
I see the
need my
enemy.
ult.
I see 7.
We'll fight this rift.
Animating skulls.
Let's go green.
Okay.
Headed to green.
I should
Time
help
for the
them.
dead to help me out for a change. Don't come closer.
Can you
Oh,
step on it?
that's gone.
Are we doing this?
I'm doing it.
Fear me. You're making a team.
Damn, why is he doing that? What is wrong with this freak? Oh shit, get fucking buried. Come here, loser. Oh shit. Fuck that
We'll
mode.
get low Abrams.
More money, more problems.
Sentries up.
Fuck Billy?
Headed to yellow.
Yeah, that's like problematic. Oh, I don't want to be over here.
Valkyries under attack.
They took out Dynamo.
Need help on blue. Don't let her lift you. Go back. Stay together.
Oh, what the farm? Fuck you. It's a gun ram.
Green.
How does he kill him that so fast?
Headed to green.
Our green walker is under attack.
No, he does
Need
not have
help
gun.
on blue.
Someone's gonna be bleeding on the concrete, and it ain't gonna be you.
That's okay. There's a T minus
the
1
enemy.
minute until I've become old.
What's the plan?
What's the plan?
Headed to yellow.
I did it. It's my birthday. It's
Someone get the
finally
doubles.
it's my birthday. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but it's my birthday. All right, Asm. It's
What's
my
up,
birthday officially. What did you get me? Asm. Your presence is not a gift. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. You already are in WoW. You've been in WoW. Nothing has changed. You need to stop playing WoW. It's an addiction. This is an intervention, Asm. That's what I want for my birthday. I want an intervention.
Thanks.
My
Buff's up right now.
presence is not a gift. That's crazy.
Someone get right buff.
Okay. Man came in here and said, "Ah, my presence is not a gift. Goodbye." That's wild. Oh fuck. We gotta move egg. Kinda wanted that, but that's okay. It wasn't cooldown anyway. You know, this experimental build isn't terrible, but I think I'd be hitting better spikes. Because I think I'm gonna have problems mid-game. I don't really have any good like mid-game items that I picked out. I basically only picked out a bunch of late-game items.
Stay away from me.
We do need this. This is like a 20% buff too. Ults.
Now go out there and impose your will.
So the idea I was doing with this build is just split pushing like crazy.
Headed to blue.
Let's get him out of here.
Our blue walker is under attack.
What we will do is right here,
Channeling the dead.
because Seven's pushing up. Hopefully I can get, yeah, because Seven's back knowing I can get that farm now. I don't know what these cats are doing, bro.
I'm not playing around.
Need help on blue.
Oh, I did not give them any of that buff. That's okay. They should take that from me. I shouldn't have used skulls though. Didn't fuck up by using skulls.
Slow them down.
I see Krill.
I don't think they'll be able to kill it before they die, but we'll see. And I can like kind of monitor them by checking on the map there. The bro is going deep. Hey, oh, what's up, buddy? You seem to be yelling a lot, beautiful.
Can we do mid boss? I have ult. I don't know. We gotta do something.
Yo, chill out, bud. What's wrong? Meow meow. Yes, I understand. You are not getting no more food, buddy. You gotta wait until the morning. Yeah, you're pretty bored. Come here. Good stretch. Use your butt.
I've learned much from
He's
my
just hungry for more wet food. He only likes wet food.
Teleporting over.
Cross the line if you dare. The dead lend their aid. The bones will protect us.
Let's see if we can take this because they're all going mid. Or, that green.
I got a lot. I got a lot.
Oh, I don't have any life steal with this build. I'm not meant to fight Billy on this. Wow.
I see Krill.
Let's push this walker.
I think I'm gonna keep to what I have right now because I want to dedicate to split pushing without committing to fights like that. Even though I could easily fight Billy. Which man would be okay though, maybe. But you should win.
Headed to your
You should win.
Ready to put these guys to work.
Technically the deadheads are
I see
okay
Ray.
for split pushing because you can like use them to stop a wave.
Thank you.
Don't come closer.
Yeah, I think Dynamo has that. Here to leech.
Cross the line.
I see the enemy.
Death is coming. If they get close, kill 'em.
She can't shoot me in here, so she's just gonna die.
I've got some friends who would love to say hi.
We're gonna run away.
Where the hell did
It's
they
not
go?
worth it. I'll get Echo Shirt though. I can have double the
I see Krill.
double the ghouls.
Need help on blue.
I know a theater kid when I see one.
I mean, 4 instant ghouls is not bad. Remba's kind of cringe for killing my ult though. Eventually, I'll have to put it in like higher up places to make it more annoying.
You're all bearing witness to
Good job.
That her ult? Oh shit. Oh, I don't have a way to fight him.
The help I can get.
What's the plan? Pull back.
There we go.
Head to Greenwich. Singularity's almost ready.
headed to green.
Our green walker is under attack.
I'm gonna leave those guys to finish that off. Did he go all the way yellow and then just immediately die? I need some CD for my ult too. I think.
Good luck completing the ritual.
Headed to
Yeah, that
Broadway.
would probably be pretty good. But I guess Refresher's better because I can just get a second gravestone.
Our
Yeah, I should go help him.
under attack.
We can pretty easily stop their pushes with this build.
I'm not playing around. Slow them down.
What the hell? That works? Huh. We're gonna put the tomb up here.
The dead's wrath will be felt.
Could work. We're gonna know where Mina is. There's too many people in these lanes. Very hard to farm.
I see Ray.
Hello? Yes? You have a problem, buddy? Thanks, wait. Ah, shit. That's like 5 objectives in one spot. There's a Moe and Curl over here.
Our green water is under attack.
I cannot kill this guy, bro.
Our yellow dagger is justice.
This is okay, yeah. We get the riff. He gets earned, but not much you can do about that. Seven will come and try and stop this.
Stay away from me. Ready to use it again. Slow them down.
We're gonna get a refresher. At some point, I should probably pop this ult. Or pop the, hey! Down! Down kill, come on! No, you can't go up there. Good boy.
Hit anyone who gets close. I'll protect
I
you.
see the enemy.
I'll take all the help I can
I'm
get.
in such a bad spot. Yeah, we're just gonna. So I could ult over here.
Channeling the dead. Echo shard. Cross the line if you dare.
Let's go. What the? Frick? Yeah, I was trying to go over here with my ult. I don't know why I wasn't doing that.
Slow them down.
Okay, we got it in 2 places. Now we can push the other lane. Oh, fuck, Mo got it. Man. That's so good.
You're not gonna regret that.
Yeah, that didn't last very long. Even with this, I mean, it's like it lasted long enough for me to go between lanes.
Help me now, help me now.
Don't come closer. Some friends would love to say hi.
I do need Boundless though. The damage buff for the zombie melee is really good. I actually want to check. I think their health scales off. Okay, health scales off level, but melee damage scales off spirit.
I got three.
The bones will dance.
Nice work.
Is this coming together with isn't it?
That sucks. That just murders my zombies.
Do your thing, boys.
Momo.
Momo.
Get these buffs. Remus spaghetti our base.
The dead will surround them.
He's coming over here, I think. Yeah, he's gonna try and kill this.
Be careful! There's two of us! You do know where you're supposed to take me, yes?
Shit, he's low, actually. We can kill him.
I see Krill.
Get out, guys. Get out.
Alright, we're running away. Holy shit, he's fast.
You're the girl who...
You are
Thanks.
a professor, and the arts of things.
Why is this guy so fucking fast?
See, I'm going for a run.
Oh, fuck. I should have stayed under the walker, but I knew he could still kill me. What does he... None of this... Okay, that increases sprint speed. That's the only thing. He's just wicked
Are they on mid?
fast. They should be doing mid. We're all dead.
That's a Savannah idea.
Grabbing our sinners. Shit, there's someone stealing our sinners. I hope.
Headed to blue. I'm not afraid of you. I got a black hole for next team fight. Broadway needs help.
Cross the line if you dare.
I see Rain. Be right back.
Animating defensive.
I'm gonna do that, but...
I see the enemy.
You know what? I gotta pop it.
Blackmore kids are
Ready
in
to
some
use
wild
items.
stuff.
I need to appease my mentor.
There we go. I'm holding onto it for way too long.
Stay away from me.
I see paradox.
Let's get ready to fight, Riff.
Is there a rift over here? Yeah.
The dead
Yellow.
demand justice.
I like it.
Ready for a team fight.
Echo shard. Slow them down. Powers back. Cracking skulls.
I see Rain. I see the enemy.
I'm just gonna sit up here. Holy shit, look at how many zombies.
Going blue. Looks like they're going blue.
Headed to Broadway.
Bone ward. I'm not playing around.
I see the enemy.
I gotta stay here with
see
her.
Billy.
We gotta cap it fast here. I might have did that a little early. Alright, I gotta get out of here.
Defense Greenwich.
Going to Riff.
The silences. Oh, that sucks. I gotta wait.
You should never cross the dead.
There we go. Kill him.
Let's go mid boss, mid boss, mid boss.
Sound good.
Okay.
Yeah, one person go back to that. Rem here?
I see the enemy.
Let's not chase. Let's just go. Let's go mid.
Shouldn't you be in class? I'm just kidding, I don't care.
I'll take all the help
One
I
person
can
go
get.
back.
Echo shard.
You rejuvenator is descending.
The dead's wrath will be felt.
Gonna put that there. I gotta stop
Take
Wraith.
out Wraith.
Headed to yellow.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Damn, she's fast. They should be able to kill her. I just can't catch up with her.
I'm good at group projects.
Actually, I think once I start getting all the other duration items, my ult is gonna be really fucking horrible. Once I start putting it in places that are gonna, they can use more brain power. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I came up to visit. It's pretty cute.
Push mid together.
Come closer.
I see 7.
I love just heavy meleeing this guy for free so much.
Snow will be comfortable in
There is no punishment.
the bones will protect us.
I see the enemy.
Let me push out mid.
I got some friends who would love
I got them both again.
Death is coming.
There we go. The zombies getting stuck? No, there we go.
They only have one shrine left.
This should be like way too much pressure for them.
Sentries up.
Properly. Get out, get out,
Alright.
get out. Everyone's need help.
Let me do that. Let's see if I can take the outer center.
You should never cross the dead.
Get out, get out.
Have fun playing with the dead.
Death brings consequences once more.
Get. I think he light meleeed it. Oh, give me
This gift.
okay. I really want
Animating defenses. I got some friends who would love to.
really want magic carpet because it gives a crazy amount of duration. get magic carpet.
Fastest way to get around a city, guaranteed. Well,
We're gonna
not an
put
absolute
the
guarantee.
other
The
ult on
shopping
this
distance
side.
is the final.
I see Krill.
Need help on Greenwich. Stay together.
Thanks for the pickup.
Who said I was finished?
Let's take out Krill.
Can I ride the carpet with Ern? Holy shit, you can.
This is really messing with my job.
That does not feel like you should be able to,
You're
but
the girl who runs
I'm not
favors for
gonna
the dead,
complain
yes?
about
If so, know that
being
your
able to
work is
do this
appreciated.
kind of thing.
So,
Thank you.
I know I'm not your pal.
That's
Coming
crazy.
together well, isn't it?
Also, we're just gonna keep dropping zombies literally everywhere,
Freeze up. Ready to use it.
because fuck them. There's no downside to just throwing shit everywhere. This is the throw shit and spam it build. Like, we're taking this side. Rem has to counter push against zombies. This guy has to counter push against zombies.
Black holes up.
I don't have much here now, but yeah.
I'll take all the help I can get.
You get Witch's Mail. Means in a team fight I can spam
Go gang
more
up on them.
zombies.
Let's go yellow.
You want to see that again?
Only downside is I need minions. Can't get my skulls if everything's just pushed up 24/7.
Yeah, let's look for a pick right now.
Stay together.
Put this
I see 7.
here.
Fear me.
I see the enemy.
Grave 0 long.
Mid-boss has
Upgrade.
Krill.
He's trying to find my my shit and he can't.
Cracking skulls.
Peter Momo.
Pull back.
Alright. Oh shit, are they going in? Sick.
Let's go mid.
The longer this goes on, the worse it's gonna get for you.
We need to press the advantage.
It's actually kind of scary in there.
I see the enemy.
What's the plan?
Yes.
Yeah, look at all these zombies.
Show
Blue needs help.
your greatness.
How is bro not dead? Hook him.
Let's go mid.
They're in mid.
They're in mid.
Cross the line if you dare.
Not a very good build for taking these kind of objectives, though.
I am the Reaper's handmaid.
But I can do this. If Billy comes down, yeah, they're just gonna get fucked up by zombies. Pull me in, yeah.
Great job.
So many zombies, you're just fucked, bro. We can get this, replace that. We can replace Arcane Surge next. Oh, well, everybody's dead.
Headed to blue.
Slow them down. The bones will protect us.
I have ult again.
Bones would love to see
Stay together here.
that. Who said I was finished? I will strike them down. You should never cross the dead.
Ulted. Let's end this.
Yeah, let me fly up high. Yeah, there's just so many. And then we can speed boost them. I feel like a real minion Nancy. Nice.
Good game.
Very low deaths, but I have a lot of assists because all I did was summon guys for the entire game. That was good. I like that.
Please, hold your applause.
The FBI. Yeah, 19.